Welcome to the Planet Paintball Podcast, the ultimate podcast for paintball enthusiasts. Each week, we dive into the world of paintball, bringing you stories, insights, and tips from players, coaches, and industry insiders. Sponsored by 1023 Sportswear. Looking for high-quality gear that performs as hard as you do? Check out 1023 Sportswear. And as a listener of the Planet Paintball Podcast, you can get 20% off your order with the code PLANETPaintball. Suit up, save big, and play your best.
All right. Welcome back to the Planet Paintball Podcast. I am Hunter Patterson. This podcast is brought to you by 1023 Sportswear and Southwest Paintball in Bayfield, Colorado. Today, I have with me Adrian from TTP Crew. How you doing, Adrian?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good, man. So I'm sure, you got the island, so you win today.
Yeah, it's pretty hot here, though, so
True.
can't complain, though.
So how did you find paintball, man? Where did it all begin for you?
So actually, I always had paintball in my family, because my dad owns a field here in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So he's always had this paintball field, even when I wasn't born. So I actually had paintball all my life, but I started playing competitive paintball because of my mom. So I always been scared of this sport because getting hit and all that. And when I was very young, I remember I played a 1v1 against my brother. He used to play, but we always been this a healthy, competitive, brotherhood. So when I played against him, I actually beat him. I bunkered him, and I shot him like 6 times, like a lot. And I remember he said to me like, "Don't worry, the next time I'll get you." Those words, I got so scared I never played paintball again for like 6 or 7 years. So he never got the chance to get me. But I started playing paintball because my mom one day said like, "Hey, one of my dreams is to see you and your brother play professional paintball. Like, if you guys can play together, that will be my dream." Like, yeah, so that's why I kind of play paintball, because of my mom.
Okay. That's a unique one. I like
Yeah.
it. And I think you're the first one who I've had on the podcast that found paintball because their family owns a field.
Yeah.
So what's the field name down in Puerto Rico? Give it a shout out.
So it's Tito's Paintball Park, but usually some people know it by the paintball place here in Puerto Rico. So got 2 names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's why we're called TPP.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
Is that the only field in Puerto Rico, or is there others?
No, there's other fields. We got Carolina.
Okay.
There's a field in Carolina. It's near San Juan. We got a field in Aguada at the Isabela Twin Towers. Isabela. We got a field in Caguas. There's a decent amount of fields here in Puerto Rico, and all great fields. All great fields. We actually got the first field here in Puerto Rico with you can play at night. That's Caguas.
Nice.
Yeah, so we have a lot of paintball here in the island, so that's great.
That's cool. It's neat that it's super healthy.
Yeah.
A place that has plenty of other distractions, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So when did you come back? What year was it? Or when did your mom tell you she had that dream?
At COVID. I started playing paintball at COVID, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, she said that to me, and that like clicked. And the first time I played, like, it was amazing. I just stick to it. It's like, yeah.
So is your brother still playing with you?
Yeah, he's currently playing with me. He's the other Santiago on the team, Carlos Santiago. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you guys do you play the same position, or one of you the one of you the two, or?
I usually play the 2 on the snake side, and he plays the 2 on the D side.
Okay.
So we're like far apart on the field, but we know what each other is gonna do. Like, we don't need to communicate that much because we have been playing all these years, and we like know how to play with each other. So that's great.
Got that body language down, Pat.
Yeah, it helps a lot. Yeah.
If you can read the homie's body language from across the field, it can tell you a lot really quick.
Yeah, for sure.
So when did the team really start ramping up?
So we actually, our name was TPP 2.0 in Division 4.
Okay.
And that's where we started playing because there was a team here from Puerto Rico, PR Crew.
Mm-hmm.
They like broke up and we kind of not broken up, but we were only 5 players on TPP.
Gotcha.
So we did like a merge.
Okay.
And that's why we're called TPP Crew, because they were called PR Crew and we are TPP, only TPP. So we like merged the names. And on Division 4, we got second place at Cup. So
Nice.
so we were like second place on all the ranking on the bracket.
Uh-huh.
So in Division 3, I can say like the winning started. So we were TPP Crew, we were like a more organized organization. So we were starting to take the sport serious. So we played Orlando, the first event, I remember, against GG Factory, the finals. They beat us. So it was all good, new division. So it was the first year. So we didn't actually feel that bad. But then the streak goes on by, and we usually, that year, we won like 3 event first place, and
Okay.
1 event, it was like a fifth, and the first event was a second. And we
Okay.
actually won World Cup. That's the
Nice.
first year a Puerto Rican team won the season and
World Cup.
World Cup. Yeah. So it was awesome.
And that was your D3 season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So last year you were in D2.
Yeah.
A bunch of good brawler teams out there. Bear Ridge is right down the road from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know you
Yeah.
guys went back and forth.
Awesome team.
Yeah, they're a good squad.
Yeah.
Kind of take us through that season a little bit, if you will.
That season, that was a rough season. We were like on and off through the season. First event was Vegas, I remember. Got third place that event. It was a good event. It was a boost of, confidence for us. Then it went Texas. Texas, we lost Mercy to BR Ridge for fourth. Yeah, third and fourth. Yeah, it was a great tournament, but weather, like, it was like super rainy. But
Yeah,
I don't like to make that an excuse because both teams were playing on the same condition.
that's true.
But BR Factory, really good team. But that D2 season was a bit sloppy for us. So
Okay.
coming into semi-pro, it was like a not difficult transition, but we were like thinking like, do we deserve to be in semi-pro, even though we finished second on D2 rankings? So we were like not really sure if we wanted to play semi-pro, but we said like, let's give it a try. So it's almost the same price as D2 inscriptions. So
Yeah.
we got
might
nothing to
as well.
lose. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you guys, both you and Bear Ridge kind of put the semi-pro league on notice a little bit, stepping up
Yeah.
and,
Yeah,
and taking
that was
first
awesome.
and second. That's a
Yeah.
pretty big statement from two teams that just made the jump. And
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it really is awesome, and it's no joke up there in semi-pro. It hasn't been a joke for a while. So, what adjustment? Kind of run me through the team and like not only just the players, but like your support staff and coach and all that.
So, on World Cup, it was a bit difficult because we actually were like 6 players only because 2 guys were gonna travel, but last hour they went on a couple situations they couldn't make it. So World Cup was pretty rough for us. We didn't have the teammates, the 2 teammates that couldn't be in there. The staff was a little bit, messy also. So, but they beat us fair and square. They more organized, a lot of players, good roster. Every player in that team deserves to be in the team because they know how to play paintball. But in semi-pro, we actually got the chance to have a better team because we actually had like 8 players this time, better rotation, and staff was a lot better. We had more people helping us. When we went on the pit, no discussions, no screaming. Everything was more organized, I can say, and just more calm. So we had nothing to lose. We already have lost to them, so they're a great team. We know that, but we just gave it all. Yeah, just getting more prepared after the event this time.
Okay. So who's the coach of TPP?
So we currently don't have a coach
Okay.
because we're more used to the players deciding what they like and what they feel it's better.
Okay.
We did had a scouting person and a person who was telling us what the other team was doing, but playing wise, we just like ourselves, the team, just decided what game plan it was gonna be.
Okay.
But the guy who was scouting for us and almost coach, his name is Lex Giles.
Okay.
He used to play for Aula when they were pro.
Yeah.
So yeah, he kind of helped us a lot this event for sure.
Okay. Is he going to be with you guys the rest of the year?
Yeah, he's gonna be with us. We actually put him in the roster
Okay.
because for next event we're gonna have another scouting dude, but he's
Okay.
gonna be with him. So we're gonna have two scouting, but he's gonna be a player too. So
Awesome.
whenever we need him, he's gonna be on the court.
He'll step up.
Yep.
All right. How do you guys kind of like, since your player ran, how do you decide who the hot 5 are that are going out?
So we actually in practice, and we use some of the prelim matches to like test that out. But in practice, whoever is feeling hot and whoever is doing the job best is gonna have more time in the field.
Okay.
Obviously, if you gotta be at practice too. If you
Yeah.
don't attend to practice, I cannot give you the practice of the event, because you're not gonna start practicing in the event. So we use some prelim matches to put some of the guys, so they can I can see which one is doing the work and which one is not, which one I gotta use on this situation and which one I gotta use on this situation. So at practice, actually.
Okay. What does practice look like for you guys before the layout drop? Like, how much paintball are you guys playing?
So usually before the layout, we don't practice drills that much or do that stuff. We just like to play games on Sundays.
Okay.
But at the week, we like to do the drills and all that because we don't want to change drills for playing time because then you're
Gotcha.
gonna it doesn't help that much. So, but we usually like to practice 4 to 5 hours because here in Puerto Rico it's get
Hot.
really hot. Yeah, and we got turf, and you know how that gets with turf, so
I got
it gets
turf.
pretty hot. Yeah.
It gets it's at least 20 degrees hotter on that thing some days,
Yeah.
especially when it's cooking. Oh, do you guys have lights out at the field yet?
No, currently
so it's one of
we
the other
don't.
fields that has
Yeah.
lights out.
Yeah.
Nightball would be nice in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it would.
So you mentioned you're in school. How involved are you with the field?
You mean involved how many times I visit the field and all that, or?
Like, because does the family still owns it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you actively work at the field too?
Yeah, on the weekends.
Okay.
So I work because we only open the weekends, but weekdays we open for private groups. More than 10 people or more than 15 people, we can open the field for y'all.
Okay.
So that's how it works. So I study on the week, and the weekends I work with my dad.
Cool. It's awesome that you guys have that opportunity to do. Take us through the field a little bit and what you guys offer before we jump back into the team as a whole.
To the field, this event field, the Tampa Bay field, or just
no, your field.
my field.
You guys have rentals, obviously. How many different courses do you have? Just take us through that.
Yeah, we got scenario, we got jungle, we got zombie town, we got container field, we got speedball, we got a lot of fields. So that's one of the upsides of the field because we can practice on the speedball and we can have our rentals keep playing on the other field. So we don't have to put some rentals on the speedball, and switch. So that's a really big blessing for us. Usually some of other fields here in Puerto Rico only have a speedball and a hyper. So it's a lot difficult for them to practice because they gotta just sometimes go out of the field and let the rentals play on the speedball field. So we got river people when they finish playing paintball,
awesome.
They got a river right on
Go and jump in the river, cool down.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So how does Puerto Rico have its own league, or?
So there's a league here in Puerto Rico. It's called PRPL. If yeah, it's a pretty cool league. It's like a more Puerto Rico league. There's no team flying from the US, only teams from Puerto Rico. But we usually have the República Dominicana team. It's like they come here to Puerto Rico and play too.
Okay.
Because of the league, they don't have that much league there in Republic Dominican, so
Yeah.
they travel here to Puerto Rico and practice us sometimes too.
Okay, nice. You gonna play that Aruba event? Have you seen that?
I was thinking about it, but I want to focus more on the NXL, I think. So
Fair enough.
yeah,
You guys are in a really good position to possibly
yeah,
win a pro spot. So yeah,
yeah.
focus
So
away.
yeah,
Yeah, I just saw that last night. So
yeah. It will be great though. That's a great
yeah.
experience to play that.
So take us through layout drops. What are you guys doing?
So layout drops. We usually first try to do a Zoom meeting and
Okay.
just discuss the layout. Me personally and my brother, we got to put the field layout in the field, so we get a better chance of seeing the lanes and learning the field a little more. And we always try to give that feedback to our team, like whatever we see, whatever we watch, whatever bounces are important. Like in this field, the snake 4 to snake 50 bounce was very important from the D1. So, but we usually only practice Sundays. But when the layout drops, we like to practice Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 days. So we give a lot of more time to the layout than us trying to figure out what to do.
Okay.
And just letting our players know whatever they feel comfortable with, whatever they like to be playing, because we don't want to have a teammate playing something they don't want to play. So
Yeah.
we usually just try to practice more as we can so they can like get the hang of it a
Okay.
little bit.
Nice. Do you guys? I know last time you flew up to New Jersey. Is that kind of be like your standard ritual?
Right now, yes, because we used to go and fly to Legacy
Okay.
and practice in Legacy, but we had some situations.
Okay.
Again, some misunderstanding
All right.
against a team from Legacy. And then the owner of Quickshot,
Don. Yeah.
Don and his helper, like his right now, Irvin.
Yes.
I don't know if you know it. So
I don't think
they
I've met
bring,
him, but I know of him.
so they bring us the opportunity to practice leverage at Quickshot.
Okay.
And they wanted to kind of try and play against us and see how we played and all that. So we went there, actually not layout event. We just went there to practice, see how everything was and all.
Okay.
So they said that we were a really good team and they wanted to practice us at layout weekend. So
Okay.
we flew out there at layout weekend and just had a great practice. So they gave us an opportunity and it worked. So why change something that it works?
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys will be up there for Atlantic City prep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be there.
You guys just gonna stay the whole week, or are you flying back?
Yeah, we're staying the whole week.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna practice. Yeah, we're not flying back. I don't like planes that much.
You're gonna spend a lot of time on them, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool, and that's really close to the actual venue too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 1 hour or 2 hours drive, I think.
Okay.
It's not that far. Yeah. I prefer to travel in car though, so
Yeah.
that's amazing. Yeah.
I don't blame you. I like flying, and I would prefer the car. I just more control.
Yep.
So yeah, I love flying. I do not like being at the airport 2 hours beforehand.
But yeah,
So
that's rough.
yeah, it's I'd rather just wake up and get in my car and go.
Yeah.
It ends up being
Agreed.
the same amount of time half the
Yeah.
time. So you guys will be back up at Quickshot then?
Yeah. We're gonna be back at Quickshot.
Wait, just you and Leverage again, or you got some other besides the Filthy crew?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Leverage, Filthy, Wrecking Crew's gonna be there, I think.
Okay.
We got some pro teams. I'm not sure if we're gonna practice the pro teams, but there's gonna be, I think, the Russians,
Nice.
Aftershock. Yeah, we got some pro teams that are gonna be there. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, so it's gonna be a great practice.
a good warm up, man.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
warm up. Little line of killer teams right there for sure.
Yeah.
Take us through the sponsorships for the year.
So sponsorship wise, we currently are paint wise, we're using Valken. Valken's been on point, great paint. This tournament was on point, no breaking balls, no, curves. It wasn't bouncing that much. So Valken is gonna be our sponsor on paint
Okay.
through the entire year. And Twister, our new sponsorship.
Okay.
And Valken, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
Keeping it
just
simple.
yeah.
I
Oh,
like it.
and we actually shoot. We got another sponsor that's DeFi.
Okay, for practice
DeFi
paint.
Yeah, because they hook us up on practice paint and all that.
Okay.
So
Are
it's
they
our
doing the
field paint.
soft goods too, like the
Uh,
jerseys and stuff?
yeah, we're actually getting some jerseys with them with DeFi. We haven't got them yet, but yeah, we're gonna have some practice shirts with them.
Well, that keeps it simple, man. Short and
Yeah,
sweet.
no, yeah. We don't have that many sponsors though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. They'll come.
yeah,
They'll come.
looking
How'd the
forward to
Twister
it.
thing end up?
So actually, if I remember good, I texted them to buy 2 guns like a year ago
Okay.
from the team page, and they told me, yeah, we can sell them to you. So I bought some guns, but then for this season, I applied for the team sponsorship.
Yeah.
They sent a letter, but I got a call back from them like, hey, are you guys the semi-pro TPP? Like, because we're looking forward. You're the top one team that we actually want for the sponsorship.
Okay.
So it
Nice.
will be great to have you. So I talked to Austin Mayo, awesome guy. Shout out to him. And he hooked us up on Twister program.
Okay.
Actually,
Cool.
the best thing we could have done.
Yeah. So I just saw they have the new engine coming out for the R5,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. That looks fun. You gotten
Yeah.
one yet?
Soon, yeah, we'll be getting one.
Okay.
So looking forward to it.
Didn't know if they threw one out for you to test. Maybe you should tell me that. Okay. um. So how does it work with Twister? Do you guys get to pick, or is it just the first gun or the gun that's coming out right now?
So currently, they're working out on the R5s only. They're not working no more with a CS3.
Okay.
We actually, if we want guns, it's gonna be retail price. They don't do price in
Gotcha.
guns,
Okay.
because of reselling and all that. So if we want guns, we may get them retail because we're a sponsor team.
Okay.
But we only can ask for GOR5s because that's the marker they're working on right now.
Okay. And then I guess, are you doing like the rest of the? Did you guys get the drop on the what's the mask they put out? The Revos?
The new Revo. Yeah, I actually got it downstairs. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I didn't get the white one. One of my buddies got it, but I
Okay.
got the all black.
All back. It looks better.
Yeah.
For
Suits
sure.
with all.
So are all the players based in Puerto Rico for you guys?
Yes, we like to keep it that way because it's a Puerto Rican team, so we wanted to have only Puerto Ricans. So we just want to make history for the island. So I don't think
That's
there's
awesome.
no team based all Puerto Ricans that play paintball such as in a high league. We have the Latin Saints, but they had people from Mexico, people from other. There's
Yeah.
no team based from Puerto Rico, so we wanted to create something like that. That's why every player is from Puerto Rico.
Love it. I like it. It's kind of old school paintball and very tribal. We're gonna represent our area.
Yeah, something like that.
It's awesome. So do you guys keep eyes on like other Puerto Rican teams and players locally for pulling up, or are you not even thinking about pulling anyone up right now?
Actually, we're not looking forward to pull anybody up because the guys on the team, we got a guy whose name is Julian Reyes. He's been playing with us since Division 4. We got Lois Carrion, our snake player. He's a dog. He's played for us for like 2 years now. So we just like to keep the core united because the longest we play together, the better. So
Yeah.
I don't want to, bring new people and have new rosters because we got to do the same all over again and try and adjust and get used to playing with each other. So we got a lot of players that've been playing with us a lot of time. We want to keep it like that.
Yeah. What do you think's been key to like keeping you guys together?
I mean, we're like family, man. We always try to do barbecues at the field. Always trying to do something, out of paintball, because that make us grow as family. And when we are at the field, we understand each other more. So we try to make some simple things, but those simple things at the end of the day, they accumulate and they create great things. So we like to, work that out and just try and spend some time together.
Nice. Yeah, the little things matter, right? Like
Yeah.
that time off the field matters a
Yeah.
lot. And that's in any division. The more time you spend with your teammates outside of it, it's
The
going
better.
to it'll definitely impact your play.
Yeah.
So outside of, and you guys really don't have a winter, so you probably just kept on playing, huh?
Yeah.
You traveled up into the snow to practice.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like 20 degrees. It was something like that crazy. Never played like that before, but it was a great experience though.
That's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
Most people travel to get out of that. You traveled
I mean,
into it.
yeah, because here in Puerto Rico, there's a lot of great teams, but they're like Division 3 lower teams. So we're actually looking forward to practice different teams and more competitive teams. So American style of paintball is like a more slow game, holding lanes, not that aggressive for what I've seen. And we're built more like an aggressive kind of player, not thinking we only want to kill, kill, kill. You guys tend to communicate more and play like a team. So we're trying to adjust to that game. So that's why we travel and try to play your game so we can learn how to play it. Because that's the game that's been dominating all these years. So
All right. So you would say the Puerto Rican style of play is more like instinctual then?
yeah, more aggressive, more like something
Okay.
like that.
And yeah, I guess the American style has become very go here and do this job and sit on this lane.
Yeah, but it's been working. It's been rough for us because yeah,
Oh, you guys been doing all right.
we're getting used to it.
What teams do you get like to scrimmage when you're in Puerto Rico? Is there like a other local team that you guys run points against a lot?
So usually we have like a lot of teams from TPP this year. We have a new team coming up that's TPP OG. We got TPP Storm, TPP Factory. So we like to scrimmage against each other. So
Okay.
they're all Division 3 teams, but they got a lot of talent. They're actually great. So we usually try and practice against ourselves.
Okay.
But there's other teams that are willing to travel and practice against us.
Okay.
But mainly TPP teams.
Gotcha. How big is Puerto? How long would it take to drive from one end of the island to the other?
Like 3 hours or
Okay. So
2 hours and 45 minutes, something like that. From Rio Grande to like Aguadilla or something like that. So
not that far
yeah, not that
for a
far.
drive for
Yeah.
anyone really.
Yeah.
Okay. Are the guys all over the island, or are they pretty like centralized around the field?
So we got one from Dorado. It's like a 1 hour drive. We got one from Luquillo. It's like 15 minutes. One
Okay,
from
that's
Carolina. Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. It's actually great. Me and my brother are like 4 minutes from the field. So we're pretty close. We got one from Mayagüez. It's like sometimes he stays in Mayagüez or sometimes in Carolina. So Carolina's like 45 minutes, 30 minutes drive.
Okay,
So
yeah, that's
yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
And my drive to the field's like 20 minutes, so
You're
I'm
not
not
that bad too.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
There's people in way worse situations.
Yeah, I agree.
So you got 8 dudes, right? 8 players
Right
or 9
y-
now? With
now we got 10. We
10.
got
Okay.
10 right now. Yeah.
Okay.
But this event we got 8. We
Okay.
had 8. Yeah.
Things happen,
Yep.
so Gotta put the family and work stuff first.
Yeah.
So you're in school for electrical, right?
Yep.
How many more years you got in that?
I'm halfway through, so like 6 or 5 months, and
Okay,
I
so not
finished.
even
Yeah.
that great.
Yeah, because I think in the US you gotta study like for 4 years or something like that
On
for
some stuff. Well,
yeah on the electrical trade for
okay, yeah, no,
journeyman.
ours is the same. Yeah, you don't have to stay 4 years. That
Yeah, so I gotta study 1 year, and then
Mhm.
I finish that year, and I gotta work for 1,000 hours, so I
Okay.
can get a signature from a journeyman, so I
Mhm.
can take the test and be a journeyman in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So it's
How
not
has
that far
like
away.
how has balancing that been with paintball? Has it been hard or not that hard at all?
So it hasn't been that hard because I study at night,
Okay.
5:30 to 10 p.m. So I can practice throughout the day and study throughout the day, and then go to class.
Mhm.
But going to events, it's actually great. They're not like a very strict school
Okay.
because sometimes I'm gone for a week and the attendance, I study for hours, and if I'm not there, the hours don't count. But actually, they saw that I won this last event because one dude here from Puerto Rico is very popular. He
Mhm.
posted us on the page, and she saw her, the principal,
Awesome.
and she was like, okay, so you guys are traveling for something, so I guess I can give you your homework for travel and you do it and you don't lose your hours. So I'm pretty,
Nice.
yeah, I'm pretty flexible on that side. So that's great.
That's kind of cool that, for lack of a better word, a celebrity, right, in Puerto
Yeah.
Rico saw it,
Yeah.
reposted it, and
Yeah.
your instructor's like, I'll give you the pass and
Yeah.
help you
Yeah.
out, do the work still. But
Yeah.
oh, that's awesome. Man. Where are most of the guys? How old is the team, like, in general? Like, what's your oldest guy? What's your youngest guy?
So this guy, I think it's me. I got
Mhm.
20 years old. I got 20 years. Uh, But the oldest guy, I think it's 20, 26 or 35. I'm not sure. But I think something like that. 26 or 35 years
It's a
old.
big cat, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry if he's watching this, but when he sees this, but I think it's like 25 to
Okay,
35. Yeah.
he'll probably take that as a compliment. Thought I was 26. I'll take it.
Yeah, but something like that. We're like pretty young
Yeah,
at the
yeah. I
team.
was about to
There's
say
only one
that's
guy that's that age.
okay.
So,
So a bunch of young athletic guys then.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll help for longevity of the team at least.
Yeah, we're looking forward on that too.
So does it, like, you guys are in it for, hometown pride essentially, and planning to stick it out long term together, yeah?
Mhm.
So what has been your favorite non-paintball memory with the guys?
Non-paintball memory.
Yeah.
Man, it was on the Airbnb because on the last event we always catch up Airbnb for World Cup,
Mhm.
and non-paintball on the house. Man, it's great because we always get to fool around. We forget about paintball and we just like to mess around with each other,
Mhm.
just have some fun. But I think the best memory, it got to be on the Airbnbs, bro. Like
Okay.
just
Just
spending
hanging with
time
the
each other.
boys.
Yeah, yeah. That's we're a pretty simple team. We don't do that much, but we like to keep it simple and just spend some time at the Airbnbs for
Okay.
sure.
So
Yeah,
are you guys cooking or are you going out for dinner?
we actually cook. Yeah, we
Okay.
got my mom and some of the girls
Okay.
and some of dads too. They just do a big shopping. They do steak,
Nice.
pasta, and all that. So it's actually great. I think that's the best time of the events. Just
Okay.
yeah, spending time together.
Nice. Does
Yeah, it's
mom
all
and
good.
dad both travel to the events with the team?
Mom travels on World Cups mainly, but my dad always travels with us because
Okay.
he films us with a phone and all that. So when we get to the house, we can see all the games, and just like it helps us a lot to see what we're doing wrong and what we're doing right. So we
Okay.
do these big reunions at the house with all the teammates, the team members, and we just like watch all the games and keep learning and practicing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Must be nice being on the semi-pro team or field and getting the webcast then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because we have the webcast, and when we don't have the webcast, we have our filmer.
So do you guys break down your film even after the event? Like, have you gone back and rewatched the finals and everything?
Yeah, I usually like to win and be at the finals because when my mom doesn't travel, she always asks me, please, can you guys get to the finals so I can at least watch a game?
Watch a game.
So, yeah, that's the main goal for us, for me and my brother. I don't know my other team members, probably they just, like to win and play. They got their motivational side, but my side is my mother. She always wants to see us in the TV, so I always want to be in the finals for her, to see me.
Do it for mom.
Yes, sir.
Gotta get I love mom t-shirt.
Yeah,
Next time you win, you can pull
yeah.
out the jersey.
That would be great.
How long has we touched on it a little bit. So has most of the team been together since the TPP and the PR crew joined? Like, has it stayed? How many of those guys from the initial joining are still around?
So on the initial merge, the only guys who've been around is Julian Reyes, one of our D side players. Me and my brother are actually the ones left because we got some players that left, some players that got things to do. So I think those three. Then we picked up some players from 77 Cows. It was another team from Puerto Rico. There we got Yaciel Colon, Raimundo. He didn't play the finals because he got hurt.
Oh.
Yeah, and we had, I think, one player from another team from Puerto Rico. This team is basically kind of a selection team from Puerto Rico. It's like some of the best talents in Puerto Rico, and
Best
we
of the
like,
best, kind of
yeah,
all-star.
we kind of joined to represent. That's
Okay,
kind of the
nice.
goal.
What happened to Raimundo, right?
So yeah, Raimundo.
Okay.
Raimundo. So we were playing against the semifinals against Wildside Distortion. So we actually were up on points and they were down, so they were trying to get back to us and doing like this fast points. And we were 4-3, I think, on this fast point, and they were just blasting down the field. And he was on the home because he's our home player. And so he was like crazy, just shooting the snake, shooting the D side, shooting the snake. So at the end, I think only left was a 1v1. So he was like looking for the player, but when he went to open up to the mini temple of the snake, the player ran on the other side. So he tried to turn to shoot him, and his leg like cramped up. So he like tore it up. So he couldn't play for the last.
Okay. Is he doing all right now? Or?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's actually practicing. Yeah.
Okay, so he'll be back at Atlantic City.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay. Has that been the worst like paintball injury the team's had?
I think no. We actually had a rough on our snake guy. He on Texas against, I don't remember the team, on Division 2 Texas. So he was like running to the corner and the ankle just, got yeah.
Yeah.
So he came back to Puerto Rico. He did some tests and all that. He just needed rest. So he took some of the deep events for rest, but he came back for the last event, World Cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's back with you guys again?
Yeah, he's currently playing with us.
So I can't imagine, a lot of teams fly, right? But a lot of them also have like one or two drivers. So how, like, do you guys have to how do you find like shade at the events? Because I can't imagine you guys are bringing a tent with you every time. Do you just go out and buy a new one, or
You mean on the event? On the
Yeah.
so we always like try to rent a bus, like a transit, something like that,
Okay.
like a big.
Yeah.
So all the team always has one big transit. The driver always the same, Raimundo. He always drives.
Okay.
So we actually go to the field, we play the games, play the matches, and we don't buy tents. We just like stick around with our bucket hats
Okay.
and just try to watch and be on the pits. The semi-pro field got a big
Yeah.
tent.
The beer
So
tent.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a favorite spot for some of our teams.
Okay.
So yeah, we usually just stick around and just try and leave the earliest we can.
Okay.
Just get back home, study
Mhm.
a field more for next day.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. I just can't imagine doing World Cup without a tent and being out there all day. You'd be dead from the sun. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Makes some sense. You can pull up Go Sports anyways back at the hotel. So,
Yeah.
or wherever, the Airbnb. So,
Yeah.
is there, when you guys land, is there like something you all want when you get to America? Like, is there like a soft drink or like a fast food chain? You guys are like, hey, while we're here, we're going to get this.
So we like a lot Racing Canes.
Okay. Yeah.
So land and Racing Canes, I think, is the spot, or even Five Guys. Five
Okay.
Guys. Yeah,
Solid burger.
yeah, yeah. And I think Texas Roadhouse too. That's
Yeah.
the main three spots.
Okay. When cooking,
Yeah, exactly.
what is it? Which event are you looking forward to the most this year? Is there one of the
Probably
destinations you're like, yeah, I want to get back there?
it's not. I want to get back there. Probably this next event in New Jersey.
Okay.
Because every New Jersey event, it's been rough for us. I don't know why, but we always end up. Last D2 event, we didn't make it Sunday.
Okay. At New Jersey.
Yeah, and Division 3, it was the only event. We were out of the first four. We ended up finishing fifth.
Okay.
So it's always been like a rough event. So this year we want to make a difference and be on the top three at
Okay.
least. Yeah.
Got something to prove in New Jersey. I like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we've gone through. You're getting leverage again to practice, possibly Russians and Aftershock, and then the filthy guys will be up there.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be a packed field. So,
Yep.
but they just redid that turf for you. They just
Yeah,
redid
I
that
saw
turf.
that. Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I've heard it's very nice.
You did?
Yeah,
Might
yeah,
as well try it.
yeah. Yeah. The nephews came back and said it was done right.
That's
So
awesome.
wouldn't expect anything else from Don and the quick shot guys, though.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, we're kind of like right there. Anything else you want to talk about or tell the interwebs?
I mean, it's great. It's been awesome, talking here. So I think there's nothing left.
Shout out the sponsors one more time, and then we just gotta hang out for a little bit while it uploads.
Yeah, sure. So I want to give a big shout out to Valken Paint, Twister, and D5 Sports.
Okay.
That's for sure. So awesome, guys.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on the Planet Paintball podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Planet Paintball podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Whether you're out there grinding in the divisional pits or chasing dreams on the pro stage, remember, it's all about the passion, the hustle, and the love for the sport. Shout out to 1023 Sportswear for sponsoring the show. Don't forget to use code Planet Paintball at checkout for 20% off your order. Gear up, save big. Until next time, keep grinding, keep growing, and we'll see you back here on the Planet Paintball podcast